Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Tuesday, the 15th day of August. Today is VJ Day Europe. It's National Leathercraft Day, National Lemon Meringue Pie Day. You know, I had never had that until like 8-9 years ago, and our son was the one that made me try some.
I don't mind
loves
it. I would never. That's not my first choice.
He's a big fan. He's like, you got to have it. You've never had lemon meringue pie? I'm like, oh, sorry, man. And it's National Relaxation Day. Oh,
I'm all for that.
all right, all of that. And we're going to reach out to her dad, my father-in-law, for a little thing we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Going to chat with him and see if he's still crazy like he was last week. Probably, you think?
Probably.
Most likely, usually. All right, all of those things and much, much more on this Tuesday. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. With heat waves everywhere these days, a survey was commissioned to find out what method people are using to cool down when the AC just won't cut it. Some of the wackiest ideas to beat the heat include stealing the dog's cool mat, putting your sheets in the freezer. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Spraying blankets with water before bedtime. A survey of 2,000 Brits found that some of the people there were cooling down by sleeping in the nude, laying on ceramic or stone floors, by sitting in a stationary vehicle with the air conditioner on full blast. That could actually...
That's expensive.
And that could also not be good for the vehicle. And have you ever tried this one? Having a wet sheet in front of an open window to cool the breeze.
Oh, I haven't.
It's a popular way to beat the heat, they say. And so is sitting with your feet in icy water. That's a good idea.
I could see, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Several interesting things. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know a little bit of walking each day can knock 16 years off your biological age?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. A 2022 study of more than 400,000 United Kingdom adults found that as little as 10 minutes of brisk walking each day is associated with having a longer telomere, which is a part of a chromosome associated with aging. That correlates to having a biological age that appears a whopping 16 years younger by the time people reach middle age. So they're saying, you know, it's a good idea to get out there and walk a bit. 10 minutes of brisk walking a day. I do about 10 minutes of walking a week, and never briskly. Unless, of course, I'm, running late or something. I don't know. We don't know everything, but now we know this. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Arrow star Stephen Amon has ruffled some feathers with his comments criticizing the SAG-AFTRA strike, and now he's clarifying his thoughts in a new statement. So he was basically expressing his frustration over the strike and how it is impacting the promotion of his show on Stars. His show is called Heels. And he said that he does support the union, but he does not support the strike. Anyway, he said this was an off-the-cuff comment. It's contradictory to my true feelings. So I don't know. There's some stuff going on there. And speaking of that, Seth MacFarlane donated about $1 million to the Entertainment Community Fund to assist workers impacted by the ongoing strike. So they've raised now more than $6.3 million from over 7,500 donors. And there's a big long list of folks that have donated. They say that the fund is distributing about $400,000 to $500,000 a week compared to an average of $7,500 a week in the first half of the year. So interesting stuff. Several fun stories from Hollywood and beyond. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. I got this sent to me. It was going to be the list, but I think I'm going to put it here because I don't know if it's really a list. These are some odd want ads, Heidi.
Okay.
So pay attention here.
Okay.
Like this one here. This was an actual ad somebody paid to put in a newspaper. Looking for an alibi for this Friday.
That's awesome.
How much are you willing to pay? I'm just saying. Chameleon for sale. Green. No, blue. Wait, brown. No, it's green again. Wait, now I can't see it at all.
Oh, cute.
Another odd want ad. Wanted. SWF. That's single white female, right? To
Yes.
decide where I should eat dinner every time I'm going out. Mind reader needed. My wife keeps assuming that I know what she's thinking.
Oh.
Another want ad. Wanted. Cat repellent keyboard. Another want ad. For sale. Cupcakes with no icing. So apparently they ate all the
icing off.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Wanted. 2 sausage egg McMuffins and a large coffee. So why wouldn't you just...
Want somebody to just deliver that to you?
Another one of the odd want ads. Looking for foster parents who don't have any issues with providing food and shelter to a 44-year-old man-child. And my favorite on the list, because I think it was a typo, but it says wanted, handsy man needed. Instead of handyman,
Right.
I think they meant handyman.
Right.
But if they want a handsy man, I'm sure they can find those in several places. Have you ever seen any silly ads like that?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's kind of fun. And again, I appreciate this being sent over. Originally, this was going to be the list, but I was like, I don't know, would that be a good list?
We saw one where somebody was selling a partially finished gallon of milk.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that was on, what's that? Craigslist.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't selling. They were giving away a partial gallon of milk.
Yeah.
And then there was another one for like 3 months. A guy, he posted every day. He was trying to give away a broken toaster.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, if you're handy, I got a broken toaster, but I'm sure you could probably fix it if you're handy. And like every day he kept posting, and I said, I want to get the toaster just to throw
Just
it
so
away.
he'll stop.
Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone, we call my father-in-law for a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
Hey, Charlie, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic.
Awesome. Well, we just saw your wife, but you didn't come with for some reason. I don't know what the deal was. You just don't like us no more?
That's pretty much it, yeah.
That's kind of what I was figuring. Well, you like us enough to at least take our call today, so thank you for that.
Well, okay, we can do this.
All right. What do we have today for Tuesdays with Charlie?
Hey, let's go back to 1899.
Okay.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, it is.
Believe it or not, they even had taxis back then.
Yeah, I bet there were horse-drawn taxis.
No, it was a car.
Really?
In 1899, the taxi driver, Jacob German was his name, was arrested for driving 12 miles an hour.
Ooh.
That was 4 miles over the legal limit.
Crazy taxi
Really?
drivers.
That was 4 miles.
So 8 miles an hour was apparently the limit.
Wow.
He was pulled over by a police officer on a bicycle.
Oh, wow. Well, you know, whatever it takes, man.
I bet that guy had to pedal pretty fast for 16.
Well, 16 miles an hour is not that fast.
It's really not. It's hardly moving.
Well, let's see you run 16 miles an hour.
I'm not saying I could do it by any means. Although next time we get together, we'll try that.
couldn't run 16 miles in a year.
That's true. I probably could not.
There is a McDonald's restaurant that is closed to the public and is just used for filming commercials.
No kidding. So it's like just a film set?
Oh,
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I guess that makes sense. They got to film the ad somewhere.
Yeah, and then they just got their own, never open it, and go in there and shoot a film, and you're done.
There you go.
Huh.
Now we know.
You have to go in there and just take a picture of a hamburger.
Well, that seems silly. I don't know why they would need to do that. That could be done at any McDonald's location anywhere.
Well, they don't want people in the background, messing up
Well,
their
no,
ads.
but you could close it for an hour or whatever it takes to record a commercial.
Huh. Could be.
I don't know. That's what they do, though. Hey, then there's a town in Scotland. I think the town is Larkhall, Scotland. They hate the color green so much that their Subway sandwich sign is painted black.
Oh, wow.
Communist.
I wonder what their problem is with
We just
in
don't
Scotland?
like green.
Don't they drink green beer and stuff in Scotland?
No,
That's
that's
Ireland.
All right, well, close enough.
Maybe it's because of the feud between. Isn't there a feud between Scotland and Ireland?
Well,
Don't
there is
they
now.
dislike each other? And maybe
Heidi-
that's why.
Heidi just started an international incident. So.
I didn't.
I like the color green, so let's go with Ireland.
There you go. Me too.
Hey, then H&R Block once discovered that their own taxes were too complex for them to manage.
You're kidding me.
That doesn't surprise me.
Oh, wow.
They don't do my taxes.
They don't do my taxes.
They do a lot of other people's taxes, so I think that they're okay.
Hey, then I got one last thing here for you.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, a woman once sued her own divorce attorney because it did not inform her a divorce would end her marriage.
Are you kidding?
What did she think was going to happen?
Wow. Did she win that?
I don't know. Probably not.
I hope not. That's crazy.
Wow.
Well, Charlie, you ready for a question from us?
Oh, sure.
Okay, I got one for you here. It says, no piece of paper can be folded in half more than how many times?
Oh, he's told us this,
I think
too.
you did. I remember you telling me this a long time ago. Do you remember how many times it was? No piece of paper can be folded in half no more than this many times.
7.
7, you're right.
Wow.
Charlie, you
remembered.
got it. Locked down in the
Very
brain.
impressive.
Did you guess or did you remember that?
I remembered it.
Oh, very good. Well, you did well. No piece of paper, a piece of square paper, can be folded in half more than 7 times. And I can tell you, I have tried this with a giant piece of newspaper because I thought, I'm going to prove them wrong. So I folded it in half, and I folded it in half, and I got to like 5, and I was just about done. I was able to get to 7, but it wasn't really folded very nicely.
I told you that one time, and you thought I was lying to you, and you had to try it.
I did. I had to check
Prove him wrong.
But as it turns out, Charlie's research department is dead on. They are correct.
I'll have to commend them. Give them a raise, maybe.
Yeah, double whatever they're making now.
Send them over. I'll give them a raise.
Well, Charlie, you have a good day. It's always a pleasure to visit.
It's more of an experience than a pleasure, but we'll do it again next
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, Daddy.
Goodbye. Bye, Fluff.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can for a little thing we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Garden snails have 14,000 teeth. Yikes.
Oh, that's a little
Steer clear
terrifying.
of them. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Blue whales eat 500,000 calories in one mouthful. Yikes. That's a lot. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Dogs sniff good smells with their left nostril and bad smells with their right nostril.
Okay.
I don't know how they know what it's going to be. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
According to a study, kids fight with their brothers and sisters an average of 5 times a day. Well, your study apparently wasn't done in our household. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Smelling green apples has been found to help with weight loss. Oh, that's good to know. The neutral sweet scent can make you temporarily forget that you're hungry. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A single human being's DNA contains as much information as 50 novels. It's a lot of information right there. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com. Here's a question for you, Heidi. A survey showed the average person does this 156 times a year. What is it? The average person does, the average parent rather, does this 156 times a year.
I don't know.
Eat a meal while standing.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure why, but there you go.
I was going to say hides in the pantry to eat a candy bar.
Oh, no, that's probably way more than that. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Apparently there is a cure for RBF. We're going to call that resting blah face.
I know what that is, yeah.
We're going to just say blah. Poor Irina Promushkin suffered from a permafrown. Or has this been labeled on social media as something else? I'm not going to say that on the radio. But on a recent FaceTime call to her mother, she noticed that she just couldn't stop smiling. The 48-year-old has Dr. Andrew Jankno to thank for that. A Manhattan-based plastic surgeon performed a lip lift, curing her of this resting blah face that she's been plagued with. Lip lifts, a minimal invasive operation that shortens the skin between your upper lip and your nose, are trending, thanks in part to social media and also all the Zoom calls that we've had to endure over the last few years. Done well, the surgery widens the top lift, defining the Cupid's bow, improves tooth display, and creates a more youthful appearance. On mature patients with a drooping mouth, the surgery makes their expression appear happier. According to this young lady, she says, "Now I have this perfect pout." I don't know about that, but
very nice.
There you go. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. What food would you refuse to eat if it was the last thing available? That's what a Reddit user asked, and the questions did not disappoint. Caviar, oysters, and snails, somebody said. Black licorice, somebody else said.
I love black licorice.
Heidi's a fan. Liver. If I wanted the taste, I would eat the filter from the fish tank. Another one. Excessively built up greasy hamburgers, the kind with like 3 patties made of 3 different animals, bacon, types of cheese, zillions of condiments. Anyway, they go on and on describing a cheeseburger that sounds delicious to me, but they wouldn't eat it if it was the last thing on earth. Cottage cheese, another person hates. Olives, another person. Candied apples is something people don't like. London jelly eels. Blue cheese. Here's the thing. I
love blue cheese.
I never used to like that either because I'd never tried it. Then Heidi tricked me into trying it once. I'm like, this is good. What is this? She goes, it's blue cheese. Like, you made me eat blue cheese? Japanese blowfish. It can actually kill you if you prepare it incorrectly. Chicken feet. And then somebody even said potatoes. They wouldn't eat potatoes?
Oh my gosh.
All right, that is the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Quote today is from Quentin Crisp, who said, "Never keep up with the Joneses. Drag them down to your level. It's cheaper." I like that. It's a great quote. I always thought that was funny, the whole keeping up with the Joneses thing. I've never been one who's needed to do that. Like we've got neighbors that, get a new car and then you'll see somebody else up the street get a new car. I'm like, I don't care if you get a new car. I still don't want a car payment. So it's never been a thing. Some people try to keep up with the Joneses. I just really don't care. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way, courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. I think I tried to say Genesis and courtesy at the same time. Here's the headline, and I love this headline. There's much less plastic in the ocean than assumed, according to a Dutch researcher. So a study conducted by a Dutch researcher challenges the previous assumption about how much plastic is in the ocean. So have you seen any of these studies? Have you heard this?
Yeah. It's supposedly like we're standing on it at all times or so much.
Well, he's revealed the amount of plastic present is much lower than previously estimated. It ranges from 75 million tons to 200 million tons floating in the ocean. But according to research from this particular guy, he said, no, it's more like 3 million tons.
Even still, that's insane.
It is a lot. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, at least 14 million tons of plastic end up in the ocean every year. However, based on measurements at 20,000 sites around the world, this university, again, it's a Dutch researcher. I'm not going to try his name because I'm going to get it wrong and you'll make fun of me. They claim that 500,000 tons is probably more likely. Oh, so that's not even... So what am I looking at here? I'm confused. There's a lot of numbers here. According to them, rivers in particular bring much less plastic to the ocean than they thought before. Maybe it's because we're getting things fixed. I don't know. What is floating in the ocean remains large pieces for much longer and far fewer microplastics than we thought before. Anyway, he said he's cautiously optimistic about this good news. If the plastic soup is smaller than I thought, it's a hopeful sign. But even if it's 100 times smaller, it's still far too much, he says.
Right. That's
and
what
I think
was
that's
saying.
probably what we're all saying. Is he's going, hey, it's not as bad as we thought, but it's still bad. So, but it's better than we thought? Is that a good thing?
That's a very good thing.
I think it's a good thing. All right, we're going to mark this in a win column, but we also probably need to work on that. So, hey, whoever's putting all the plastic in the ocean, stop it.
Why don't you just stop?
Just stop doing that. All right, I did my part. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.